7th Plat Committee to order. Please rise so we can do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, roll call.
Yes. Ms. Stoller?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Ms. Bukasich?
Here.
Thank you.
We'll move on to the approval of the previous minutes from August 3rd. Do we have any comments, revisions? A motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to the minor plat, PP-22-13, Home Court Estates. Bree?
Hello, I am Bree King of the Planning and Zoning Department, here with the consideration of the primary plat for the minor plat of Home Court Estates, which is 22-13.
Here you can see the location with that giant blue arrow. It is in Northern Fishers. Here you can see the area highlighted in purple. It is along 131st Street, right next to Sand Creek Intermediate School. This primary plat is requesting to approve 2 lots, and it is currently in the process of annexation. Here you can see the primary plat showing the 2 lots. I apologize, it is a little small. Access will be provided to the lots at 131st Street. There is an ingress-egress easement to allow both properties to have access. For pedestrian access, a sidewalk will be provided along 131st Street at the time of home construction. This plat is in line with the objectives of the Fishers Unified Development Ordinance. The parcels are zoned R2 and aligned with the future land use plan. Future development on the new lots will need to meet all the intention and standards of the UDO. Staff does recommend approval of PP 22-13 as it meets all state and local requirements with the condition that all TAC comments are addressed.
Thank you, Bree. I'm seeing that it's not that it's a minor plat. We won't open this for public comment, but open it up to the committee for any questions or comments.
I don't have any questions.
I don't have any.
I do have one question, and it's related to the western property line, just making sure that the sanitary line on that parcel is there for that sanitary connection. Is the petitioner available to make a comment on that?
I don't know if I answered the question.
Bree, will this property be connecting to sewer?
Yes.
Do you know where that sewer connection?
It is on the line between the property and Sand Creek Intermediate. It's right along the.
So, Bree, can you go back to the actual plat? There you go. On the northwest corner, you can kind of see that there is a manhole, and I just wanted to make sure that that connection has some sort of easement. It doesn't have to be answered today, but I would like to make sure that that's verified prior to moving forward with the approval.
And just to clarify, you're talking about an easement on the school property.
Correct. Thank you. Yes.
So have you gotten approval from the school for that connection, that tie-in?
Can you, right here, it looks like the connection is going to go this way for the sanitary sewer, because there's the drain, or the sanitary easement. Where did I see that? Here, for the laterals. It looks like it's coming up and connecting. Just need to get confirmation. Sorry, we just need to get confirmation that the school is okay with that. If there's an easement there, then there's no issues.
We talked about this in an email, because we spoke with the engineer and they mentioned the easement. Was this supposed to be on the drawing?
I know it was mentioned.
We did talk about it.
So I would say, so since this is just the primary plat approval, before the secondary plat is recorded, let's get confirmation that there is approval from the school or there's some sort of easement on their property for this connection. But it won't hold up the approval of today's item.
Thank you. Yep. Do I have any more comments or questions? Or do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving on to public hearings. Item PP-22-14, River Place. Ross?
Good afternoon. Ross Hillary, Assistant Director of Planning and Zoning. Before you tonight is for consideration PP 22-14, which is the primary plat for River Place. The subject site is located at the intersection of East 96th Street and Allisonville Road. The property is currently zoned River Place PUD. The property in its entirety is around 86 acres. On the left, you can see the subject site, but also that you'll see tonight. But on the right, you will see the CRG development plan that includes a concept for a future White River Park. American Structure Point, on behalf of CRG Residential, is requesting this primary plat for the subdivision and construction of a multifamily residential development, commercial outlots, and new right-of-way. And as I said, the property in its entirety is around 86 acres. In red is that new proposed right-of-way. This new right-of-way will serve this multifamily development, the future townhomes to the north, and the commercial outlots, as well as the entrance for the new White River Park. This right-of-way will connect to both Allisonville and East 96th Street at existing entrances. The plat is divided into Lot 1 and Lot 2, which is for the CRG multifamily development. Block A, which is on the north side, is for the future townhomes. Block B, which is on the west, is for the parkland. And then Lot 4, Lot 3, and Block C and D are for future outlots or existing commercial. We have received a public comment, which was received by Clark Kaler, which is a resident of Indianapolis, provided some concerns about the intersection improvements, the parkland, and the economic development agreement. The development is outside of the floodplain. This project is going through the TAC process, which includes review by the planning, engineering, and fire department, as well as the county surveyor and various utility companies. The future park, which will be partially located within the floodplain, will go through all state and federal DNR and EPA requirements, but is not part of this development. Public comments were included in your staff report. And the EDA for this project was approved by City Council in February of 22. With that, this plat is in line with the objectives of the Fishers Unified Development Ordinance. These parcels are zoned River Place PUD and align with the future land use plan. The future development of the new lots will need to meet the intentions and standards of the PUD and the UDO. Staff does recommend, after a public hearing, for the approval of primary plat 22-14. We also have Megan here with American Structure Point and David with CRG to answer any additional questions.
Thank you, Ross. Would the petitioner want to add to that, or? Okay.
Just real quick, for the committee, David George was CRG Residential, and Ross gave a great summary. The only thing I would add is in the middle is an old historic cemetery. We have a lot within that, so that can help preserve that for the long term. And we're working with the township for maintenance, and we're also working with the bigger cemetery. But the main thing on the plat is it's going to be its own lot, so it'll in perpetuity be protected.
Thank you. All right. Well, I will open it up for a public hearing. Is there anyone from the public here that would like to speak? No. All right. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing and open up to the committee for any questions, comments.
I don't have any
Nope.
questions.
I don't
All
have
right.
any
Then
questions.
I will have a motion.
Motion to approve.
A second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you, Ross. Seeing that we'll do old business and new business. Seeing there isn't any, we'll move on to staff communications now. And then, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn, second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.